Welcome to Binge Eating Reset. You are now on step 17. And by now, you might actually recognize this feeling. Maybe you've already tried so many different things. Distracting yourself, pushing through, talking yourself out of it, being stricter with yourself, starting over, trying to have even more control. And yet, the urge to eat just keeps coming back. It can feel like it suddenly takes over all over again. Almost like your mind just can't seem to settle down. And that can feel incredibly discouraging. Because maybe you've been telling yourself, I finally understand it now. I know what my triggers are. I know exactly what's happening. But understanding something is not the same as healing from it. And that's something so many people don't realize. Because you can understand everything on a logical level and still feel completely overwhelmed and overstimulated. You can know exactly why you want to eat and still feel like your body is searching for something. Searching for peace, searching for comfort, searching for softness, searching for a moment where you don't have to feel anything at all. And for many years, food may have become the answer to that. Not because you consciously chose it, but because it slowly became automatic. After a long day, after stress, after difficult emotions, after too much noise, too many people, too many responsibilities, too many demands, and maybe you don't even notice it anymore. Because being overstimulated doesn't always feel dramatic. Sometimes, it simply feels normal. Simply because you've been living like this for such a long time. Always being switched on, always doing something, always thinking, always worrying, always feeling like you have to keep going. And while all of that is happening, your body is quietly trying to find some kind of relief. For some people that becomes endless scrolling. For others it's watching one episode after another. Or constantly keeping themselves busy. And for so many people, that relief becomes food. Because food briefly numbs the discomfort. Just for a moment, it softens the tension. It gives your nervous system a tiny break. Not because food actually solves the problem, but because, for just a little while, your nervous system experiences something different. And that feeling can become incredibly addictive. Not just physically, but emotionally. That's exactly why willpower by itself usually doesn't last very long. Because willpower doesn't heal an overstimulated nervous system. In fact, trying to stay in control all the time often creates even more stress. Always thinking about food, not eating, doing everything right, feeling like you've failed, trying to lose weight, trying to stay in control. All of that takes an incredible amount of energy. So today, we're going to do something different. Today, you don't have to solve anything. You don't have to fix yourself. You don't have to make the perfect choice. Right now, you simply need to recover. And that sounds simple, but for many people, it's actually one of the hardest things to do. Because rest can feel uncomfortable. The moment everything becomes quiet, your feelings begin to surface. Restlessness, thoughts, tension, sadness, exhaustion. And that's exactly why so many people automatically reach for food. Not because they're truly hungry, but because silence can feel confronting. So today, let's create a little space for that instead. No judgment, no fighting, just a moment to recover. Put your phone down for a little while. Turn off your notifications. No music, no television, no distractions, just you. Now sit down. Or lie down if that feels more comfortable. Take a moment to notice how your body feels right now. You may notice restlessness almost immediately. You may feel like getting back up. You may suddenly want to grab your phone or reach for something to eat. And that's okay. You don't have to do anything with those feelings. Just stay here for a moment. Take a slow, gentle breath in and slowly breathe out. And simply notice how tired your nervous system may actually be. Because so many people aren't weak. They're exhausted, mentally exhausted, emotionally exhausted, completely overstimulated, and in that moment, the urge to eat is often not a lack of willpower. It's a signal. It's your body trying to tell you, this is too much. But instead of allowing ourselves to recover, we usually put even more pressure on ourselves. Come on, keep going, don't be so dramatic, just push through. While all along, your body has been asking for something completely different. It's been asking for rest. And that's exactly why this exercise is so important. You're teaching your nervous system something new. I don't have to eat immediately to calm myself down. I can slow down. I can recover. I can simply pause for a moment. And maybe, at first, that feels pointless. Maybe you're wondering, how is this supposed to help? But don't underestimate it, because safety isn't created by thinking differently. Safety is created through experience, by allowing your body to experience over and over again. I am safe, even without food, and the more often you practice this, the faster your nervous system begins to slow down. Not perfectly, not overnight, not all at once, but little by little, softer, calmer, less overwhelming, and very often, you won't notice that change in one huge breakthrough. You'll notice it in small moments. You respond to the urge just a little bit later. You pause before reacting. You suddenly realize, I'm actually tired, I'm not really hungry, and those are huge victories. Because before, everything happened automatically. Now, you're creating space. Space to feel, space to choose, space to stay connected with yourself, instead of automatically turning to food. And you know what's really important? Recovery doesn't have to be something big. It doesn't have to be a full wellness day. It doesn't have to be hours of meditation. Sometimes, just 10 quiet minutes are enough to help your nervous system step out of that constant state of being switched on. 10 minutes of silence, 10 minutes without a screen, 10 minutes where you don't have to do anything at all. That alone can already make a real difference. Simply because almost nobody gives themselves that kind of space anymore. So the next time the urge to eat comes back, try not to fight it straight away. Instead, pause for just a moment and ask yourself a few simple questions. Am I actually overstimulated right now? Have I given myself any real rest today? Have I created any space to recover? Because sometimes, your body isn't asking for more food, it's asking for less stress. And that one simple realization can change everything. Not in a single day, not instantly, but little by little, one step at a time. This is part of Binge Eating Reset, a free step-by-step series designed to help you break free from binge eating and emotional eating. If you really want to overcome the urge to eat, make sure you subscribe and start the series from the very beginning. In the next episode, we'll talk about something that surprises a lot of people. Why letting go of the urge to eat can actually feel scary. See you in Binge Eating Reset Step 18.